Have you ever felt like a stranger to your own thoughts? What if the key to your greatest potential isn't outside, but hidden deep within your own mind? And what if the ancient Stoics had already given us the tools to uncover it? Let's begin where it all started, with a timeless command from the Stoic Greeks: know thyself. But how do we truly do that in today's fast-paced digital age? How do we cut through the noise to understand our personalities, and more importantly, our potential? In this video, you'll discover 8 transformative Stoic techniques that will help you deeply know yourself, not just on the surface, but from the inside out. So take this as your invitation to explore the intricate workings of your mind, to unlock the clarity and strength that's been waiting quietly within you. If you're someone seeking real personal growth and profound self-awareness, stay with us until the end. Let's begin this journey together. Watch yourself like you're watching a stranger. Have you ever stepped back and watched yourself as if you were a character in a film? Imagine this. You're sitting in a theater and the movie playing on screen stars. You. Every choice, every reaction, every emotion laid bare. This simple shift in perspective is the heart of a powerful Stoic practice, observing yourself with the detached curiosity of a stranger. We're often caught in a storm of emotions and personal biases that cloud our judgment. But when you observe yourself from a distance, everything starts to change. You're no longer entangled. You're the observer, not the actor. So next time you feel frustration, anger, or even pride, pause. Step back and ask, why am I feeling this way? Imagine your emotions aren't yours. They're simply part of an experiment you're watching unfold. The Stoics teach us to do exactly this: observe without judgment like a scientist studying nature. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means understanding them. When we watch ourselves from this vantage point, we begin to see clearly our habits, our triggers, and the patterns we may have missed for years. As Seneca once wrote, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By observing yourself objectively, you strip away unnecessary suffering caused not by the world, but by the illusions you've unknowingly accepted. This clarity, it's the beginning of freedom. Accept yourself completely, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now that you've learned to observe yourself with honesty, what do you see? It's tempting to focus only on what's broken, the flaws, the parts we wish were different. It's like standing in front of a mirror and only seeing what's wrong. Today on the show, we're diving into the world of economic indicators. These are the numbers that tell us how the economy is doing, things like GDP, unemployment rates, and consumer confidence. But what do these indicators really mean? How are they calculated, and how should we interpret them? We'll break it all down for you, with the help of some experts, to make sense of the numbers that shape our world. But here's the truth. Real growth begins with radical acceptance. The Stoics didn't teach us to ignore our imperfections or pretend to be something we're not. They taught us to see clearly, and that includes accepting every part of who we are, the strengths, the weaknesses, and everything in between. Acceptance isn't giving up. It's not settling. It's starting from a place of truth. Marcus Aurelius put it beautifully. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart. That includes yourself. Try this. Write down your strengths and your flaws, not to judge, but to understand. See them as parts of a map. Your strengths are your tools. Your weaknesses are your compass, pointing toward where growth is possible. Self-acceptance is not stagnation. It's empowerment. And when you can look at yourself with full awareness and compassion, you're no longer fighting yourself. You're working with yourself. That's when true transformation begins. We've just explored the idea of accepting yourself completely, the light and the shadow, the strengths and the flaws. Now that you're standing on this foundation of honesty, it's time to move forward. because true self-acceptance is not the end. It's the beginning of conscious growth. Challenge yourself continually, but start small. Once you've embraced every part of who you are, the next step naturally calls you forward. Challenge yourself. Yes, self-acceptance is powerful, but transformation begins when you step outside your comfort zone, even just a little. Think of growth like a muscle. It needs rest, but it also needs resistance. Now that you've acknowledged who you are, it's time to test what you can become. The Stoics placed great value on continuous self-improvement. But here's their secret. Start small. Taking huge leaps can feel exciting, but they're often unsustainable. It's like trying to summit a mountain in one stride. Instead, take it one step at a time. As Epictetus wisely said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Apply this wisdom by setting simple, achievable goals. Want to cultivate more patience? Try pausing before reacting in your next conversation. Dream of becoming fitter? Begin with a short walk each day, not a marathon. Want to be more confident in speaking? Practice in front of a mirror or with a close friend. Here's something practical you can do today. Choose one small thing you've been avoiding or longing to improve. Make a plan to approach it in the simplest way possible. Even reading a single page a night is progress. Celebrate these mini victories. They may seem small, but they're the stepping stones to something remarkable. Your potential is like a seed, dormant yet full of life. It needs the steady water of effort and the sunlight of persistence to grow. Every great journey begins with a single, humble step. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is. Today, as you begin to challenge yourself, there's a trap you'll need to avoid: the comparison trap. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media, feeling like everyone else is living a more successful, more exciting life? It's easy to slip into self-doubt when you compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. But here's the truth. The only meaningful comparison is with the person you were yesterday. This isn't just about lifting your mood, it's about tracking your real progress. Just like we talked about making small improvements, this step is about measuring them. Look inward. How have you grown today compared to yesterday? Maybe you showed more patience. Maybe you made a better decision. Maybe you simply tried when yesterday you gave up. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Apply this by reflecting each night. Ask yourself, what did I do better today than I did yesterday?" It could be as simple as choosing to listen more attentively or opting for a healthier meal. These small acts are not just progress, they're proof. Evidence that you're evolving. Keep a daily record, maybe in a journal or a note on your phone. Over time, it becomes a powerful mirror, reflecting the journey you've made, step by small step. By shifting the focus inward, you free yourself from the pressure of unrealistic comparisons. You begin to see your life as your own, and your growth as uniquely meaningful. Take responsibility for yourself, and as your awareness deepens, there's a powerful inner shift waiting just ahead. The moment when you take full ownership of your actions, your mindset, and your life. After learning to measure progress by comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, a natural next step begins to emerge, taking full ownership of your path forward. Take responsibility for yourself. Imagine a ship drifting aimlessly across open waters, tossed by waves, steered by the wind, and never reaching a clear destination. That's what life can feel like when we leave our direction to chance, or worse, to blame. Sometimes we point fingers at circumstances, people, even fate. We say, it's their fault, or if only things were different. But the more we redirect our focus inward, the more we reclaim the wheel. The moment you begin to take full responsibility for your responses and choices, something powerful happens. You begin to steer your life intentionally. As we shift from comparing ourselves to others toward reflecting on our own growth, this next step becomes clear. It's about owning your journey fully, saying, "This is my path, and I'm the one who must walk it." Epictetus put it simply, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." That's not just philosophy, it's freedom in action. Start by examining areas of your life where blame has quietly taken root. Is it in your relationships, your career, your health? Then ask yourself, how can I take more ownership here? This isn't about harsh self-judgment. It's about recognizing your power to create change. Let's say a project at work isn't going well. Instead of blaming the team, pause and reflect. What can I do differently? How can I lead by example? This approach not only nurtures growth, it earns respect, deepens trust, and builds your own sense of agency. The moment you begin to see life's setbacks as personal invitations to learn and evolve, everything changes. You stop reacting, you start choosing. And that choice, that's the beginning of transformation. Choose your influence wisely. Once you've taken responsibility for your inner world, the next step is just as critical, paying close attention to what surrounds you. Each day, whether we realize it or not, we are shaped by the people, media, and environments we engage with. It's like the air we breathe, sometimes nourishing, sometimes toxic. Our thoughts, decisions, even our identity can be molded by these subtle, constant influences. That's why the Stoics warned us to choose carefully. Seneca offered this timeless reminder. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. It's not just about people. It's also about what you watch, read, and listen to. Does it uplift you or drain you? Does it deepen your clarity or drown you in noise? As you take responsibility for your life, choosing your influences is part of that power. Surround yourself with those who support your growth. Seek out conversations, books, and content that align with your values and goals. Now take a moment. Who in your life truly inspires and energizes you? And who leaves you feeling depleted or off course? It's not about cutting people off harshly. It's about being intentional with your environment, curating a space where your best self can thrive. When your influences are aligned, your inner compass becomes sharper and your journey forward becomes clearer. Say yes to only what matters. And now, with clearer influence and renewed ownership, another challenge awaits. Learning how to protect your most precious resources, your time, energy, and attention. Let's explore that in the next part. After learning to say yes only to what truly matters, the next step is refining how you use your time, because focus means little if it's lost in the chaos of busyness. Say yes to only what matters. In today's world, we often confuse movement with meaning. Being busy feels productive, but is it purposeful? Start by examining how you currently spend your time. Take a moment. Look at your typical day. Are the things you're doing adding value to your life? Do they align with your goals? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to rethink those commitments. This doesn't mean cutting out all leisure or never helping others. Stoicism isn't about cold efficiency. It's about living with intention and balance. Before agreeing to a new project or saying yes to an invitation, pause and ask, does this move me closer to where I want to be? If it doesn't, consider politely declining and protecting your energy for what truly matters. Because every yes is a no to something else. Choosing what truly aligns with your purpose allows you to live with clarity and fulfillment. It's about quality over quantity in your work, your relationships, and your moments of rest. And when your time reflects your values, your life begins to reflect your truth. Make others better as we've refined how to protect our time and focus. We now arrive at a higher calling, using our growth to elevate those around us. One of life's deepest rewards doesn't come from personal success. It comes from helping others succeed. Often, we become so immersed in self-improvement that we forget our influence doesn't end with us. In fact, the true measure of growth is how we use it to uplift those beside us. As Seneca beautifully said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." This is your invitation to create a ripple effect, a quiet but powerful wave of impact that spreads beyond your own life. Be a source of light, a listener, a guide, a supporter. You don't need a grand platform or heroic efforts. Sometimes, it's as simple as offering your time, sharing your wisdom, or encouraging someone who's quietly struggling. Mentor a colleague, volunteer in your community, or just be a steady, kind presence in someone's life. Every small act of care strengthens the community around you and reinforces your own inner growth. Because when you help others rise, you rise too. Bonus tip: start a daily journaling habit now. For those of you who've stayed with us this far, here's a powerful bonus practice that ties everything together. Did you know Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, never intended to publish his famous work Meditations? It was his private journal, his personal way of practicing Stoicism, one day at a time. This reminds us of the power of journaling. It's not just writing, it's reflection. It's where insight meets honesty. You don't need elegant prose or expensive notebooks. All you need is a few quiet minutes and a willingness to be real with yourself. Write what you felt today, what challenged you, what you handled well, and what you can learn from. As you write, you'll begin to uncover clarity that the rush of life often hides. As Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." And journaling brings you into that present where growth, peace, and purpose reside. So now, we turn it to you. Which of these Stoic techniques spoke to you most deeply? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you're ready to keep walking this path of wisdom, type, "I'm in search of wisdom." This is only one step in our greater journey of learning. Let's continue together.